My name is DJ Bordeaux. I play quarterback for Alpharetta High School, class 2026. You're listening to Playmakers Corner.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Playmakers Corner, and as you heard right there, we got a special guest here, man. Once more, man, I just want to have you introduce yourself, your name, obviously what position you play, and where you're from.
Yes, sir. DJ Bordeaux. I'm from Colorado. I play quarterback, and I'm a freshman in high school. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, man. And hey, this is a very special interview. This is one of our OGs. He's been rocking with us for shoot, man, 3 years, right? Something like that. Since the pandemic, since he was a middle schooler. And so this was definitely one we've been looking forward to for a very long time. But DJ, man, we got a set of questions here. We got a bunch of questions, but to start here, we got a set of questions that we literally ask everybody on this show when they first come on, just to, a little bit of an icebreaker and for fans to get to know you better. But the first one is, I'm going to go ahead and assume you're a fan of sports, right? And so what's your favorite sports moment or sports memory as a fan? So maybe you're not actively participating in it, but hey, you're just a fan of the game in the moment and you're just enjoying something that you're watching on TV or in person. This could be any sport.
Yeah, I feel you. Okay, I got you. I was definitely gonna say the OBJ one-handed catch. I was that's definitely my favorite. It's just crazy to look back at, even though I don't play receivers, but definitely just going back and watching that and just rewatching at the different angles is crazy. It's wild.
No, you're right, man. That's definitely a memorable one. My brother's a Cowboys fan, so they definitely remember that for real. But I got you. That's a good one, man. Well, then the next one is a little bit more personal. So what's a favorite sports moment of yours as an athlete? So this could really be any sport, whether it's football, hoops. I know you do that. I know you got track season coming up as well. But what's your favorite sports moment as an athlete up until now?
Definitely hurdling. My man's Elijah in 8th grade. That's the best so far. That's in my opinion. That's my favorite. That was crazy.
Hey, man, shout out Elisha. He's a good dude. He's a stud, man. He's going to be up next here in Colorado. But, I was at that game, and that got me shocked. I knew you had it in you, but that that had me shocked at the moment, too, because that was a back-and-forth game. I think that was either first or second touchdown of a really busy first quarter for you. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, it was going crazy. It was wild. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. No, that's a good one. All right, man. Well, there you go. Well, now that that's out of the way, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about football here. Let's start with last season. So, last season, freshman coming in here in Colorado, you were definitely very highly touted, easily one of the best quarterbacks in this class of 2026 and already in the state. I would say it was you and Brady Vodka up there. But, you went into your freshman season. You're over at Thunder Ridge, over at Highlands Ranch. Let's just talk about that real quick. What were some takeaways from your freshman season? How was it? What were some things you learned, man?
It was wild. I feel I definitely learned just it takes a whole team to win. I learned that, and then it was I also learned being on the field, and not playing and still winning, just watching my teammates go out there, because I pretty much didn't play the whole season. So it was just being on the sideline and watching everybody win themselves. It was crazy. So it was wild.
Hey, yeah, no, fair enough, man. I mean, that's how it usually goes for some freshmen and whatnot. But, obviously y'all had a really good regular season. But the thing was, in the playoffs, you actually got your first starts. Actually, all your varsity starts were playoff games. And this is 5A Colorado football, so the pressure is up there, man. What was your mindset in the playoffs, and what were those games like? Not only being the playoffs, but also your first varsity starts.
It was definitely just go in and kill. There was nothing else to do. I was nervous, but I also knew I can't go in and be scared. I gotta do my job and let God take it away from there. Just let it happen. It was crazy.
Hey, I like it. And, unfortunately, y'all didn't go all the way to state, but you did lose to the team who won state, who has actually won state the last 4 years in Cherry Creek, which was a tough go. I was also at that game. And, I mean, you did as good as you could. You really did as good as any quarterback could do against that defense, which isn't a lot. But it's Cherry Creek, you know. You know how they get down, Blake Purchase and the boys. They had actually a lot of respect for you. I don't know if you saw what they said about you, but they said that they really respected you and your game and that you were a real good quarterback. Did you see that?
No, when they say that, I didn't even see that.
Oh, word? Yeah, man. It was I think it was in the Colorado Post or in the Denver Post. It was in the newspaper article either before or after the game. It was real close, but Blake Purchase and them said some good things about you back then. And obviously for the fans at home who haven't heard, Blake Purchase is, you know, he's committed to Oregon, 4-star commit, all that.
Yeah, Blake, he's my guy. He's cool. Me and him are cool. Me and Brady, we're really cool too. So a lot of people think me and Brady don't like each other, but we've always been cool.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about that, man. So you and Brady Vodka, right? Brady Vodka, I believe he was the only other freshman.
Yeah.
One of the only other freshmen in the state outside of you that got the start at quarterback, you know, in this class of 26 here in Colorado. Obviously, he won a chip with Cherry Creek. That's a great squad, and that's a real tough quarterback room to battle in as well. You know, but I want to ask you about your relationship with guys like Brady Vodka, even Beckham Kritza, who, you know, was in Colorado for a little bit. Now he's at Santa Margarita. What's your relationship like with those guys, and how have they helped your game?
Well, I'll start with Beckham. Me and Beckham are like really close, and we was just talk. We even talk now. We'll text every once in a while, just make sure you're good. Congratulate each other on the offers, because we pretty much got like the same offers. I'm trying to catch up to him, but you know, it's cool. But yeah, me and Beckham were really close. Like training with him was just like, I feel like that was the best thing for me. Just like, because he was way better than me at throwing the ball. Like back then, like I'll say by far. So like being right behind him, like I was trying to learn everything I could, and I feel like that really helped me going into my freshman year. And yeah, Beckham, that's my guy. I love Beckham. But Brady, me and Brady, I feel like Brady, we just always just been like confident. Like, it's always been a competition between us, and like our teams never really liked each other. But me and Brady have always like had respect, and like we're cool with each other. And I feel like Brady being there also helped me, because like just like someone else to like, all right, I got him behind me, so I got to keep working. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I love that what you said, both about Beckham and Brady. I mean, both great quarterbacks. And, you know, looking back at it, because we did do an episode, I think you were the first middle schooler that we did a film breakdown on, you know, and then it must have been a couple months later, we broke down Beckham, Brady, and actually Trent Seaborn that, you know Trent too. If you want to talk about Trent a little bit, go ahead. If not, it's all good.
Yeah, I know Trent. Me and Trent, we used to train together back in like 5th grade. And me and Trent, we've been cool. We've always been cool. His dad, Jason Seaborn, he's really cool. I got a lot of respect for them. And yeah, he's really good. He's doing big things down there in Alabama. Got to come see him soon here. Him and Micah, because I know Micah Fleming down there too. And I've known Micah since I was like 2. Like we pretty much grew up together. So I know it's cool. We got to go down there, get a training session in or something.
Oh, yeah, man. Hey, those are your boys. And honestly, I mean, iron sharpens iron. That's a great quarterback room. You, Beckham, Brady, even throwing in guys like Trent and Micah as well, one of the best corners, probably the best corner in this class, you know, I think he's a 27 right now, right?
Yep.
Yep. So there you go. But yeah, no, that's awesome to hear and whatnot, because, I mean, it's not every day. You know, you just kind of grow up with all these great players, right? Especially in a place like Colorado. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So, but let's go ahead and talk about you a little bit more here. So let's talk about your game, you know, just to name a couple of things off here, because I think up until this point, you know, you did get those starts as a varsity player in the playoffs and whatnot. Everyone saw what you could do, or at least, you know, saw what you can do in limited time and whatnot, right? Which is cool. But you're going into this new season, right? You're over in Georgia now. let's talk about your game a little bit more here. What are some things that really separate you from other quarterbacks in the country? Like, if you had to name like 2 or 3 things, what are some things that you feel like really separate you from other players?
Yes, sir. I feel like definitely like how aggressive I play. I feel like I play aggressive than like mostly any quarterbacks. Like, I feel like you can put me on whatever team and we gonna be all right. Like, I'm gonna play aggressive. I'm gonna do whatever we gotta do to win. Even if we don't win, you're gonna be like, all right, he's nice though. Like, maybe his team's not that good, but he's nice. And
I like it.
I feel like that's one thing. Just me, like my competitor in me. Like, I feel like that's definitely different. And then I feel like my arm is just like really crazy. Like that's just God-given talent, and I really appreciate it. And then I would say definitely like my sneaky speed. I feel like I don't use it all the time. Like, I feel like in middle school ball I use it a lot, but like in high school I feel like I definitely could limit it because the passes are like just open way more. So when I do get to run, like I feel like this year I'm gonna run a lot more, but I think I'm gonna definitely pass a lot more too. So it's gonna be crazy.
Hey, I got you, man. Yeah, no, for sure. Well, absolutely would have to agree. We did do a film breakdown on your stuff. We didn't do one on the playoff games this year just because, I mean, there just wasn't a lot there to really give you something real, you know, because it was your first starts. But definitely have to agree about the arm power. I mean, it's special, you know, and honestly, you just can't really teach it. And so definitely have to agree. And also have to agree with the speed thing. I am a little surprised. I was looking at a couple articles and they're like, oh yeah, you know, DJ, he could run a little bit. And I'm just thinking back to 8th grade. And I'm like, oh, he could run. The brother could run. You know, there's no doubt about that. And so definitely looking forward to that. Now, with that being said, you talked about some things that separate you from other players in the country. Let me ask you this. Who do you model your game after? This could be one athlete, multiple athletes, whoever, but who do you model your game after and why?
I feel like when I was like growing up, so pretty much all Little League, I was just trying to play like Cam. I was just trying to like run everybody over, throw the deep ball, like just, I was trying to be Cam. I used to watch his highlight reel before every game. Like, that was my guy. And getting to play for a 7-on-7 team is really an honor. Like, it's crazy. It's really dope. I've been having a lot of fun. So that's been crazy. And then now I want to say, like, I'm trying to get like Justin Fields so where I'm running more. But I feel like right now I'm like a little bit of Bryce Young, just throwing the ball and then using my like running when I have to. So
I feel that.
Yeah.
No, that's actually really good. I definitely, well, we always knew about the Cam Newton thing, but having these more, I guess, modern quarterbacks, Justin Fields, Bryce Young, I definitely see a lot of Bryce Young, but you're already bigger than him, so there's that. That's not a slight on him, by the way. It's just facts, you know. Well, with that being said, you know, we talked about some of your strengths, right? What are some things that you're really trying to work on this offseason to get better? What are some things that you're really looking at and you're like, I could definitely be a lot better, and you want to make it a point of emphasis to be better at?
I definitely would say like just staying consistent with my mechanics during the game, like more with my feet. Like, I feel like my arm mechanics are good, but it's more just like with my feet and my hips I need to work on. That's what I've been working on out here a lot, like with trainers and coaches. Like even Cam, he was like, you just need to work on your feet just a little bit, like your hips really. So that's what I've been working on.
Say less. No, I got you. Well, hey, that's a good thing to be working on. I mean, because once you get those mechanics pretty cemented and solid, because you are just a freshman, then moving forward, it's easy, you know. And so it's just the little things, but I got you. Now that we did talk about your game, let's kind of set the background. So now you are over in Georgia, right? You'll be playing for Alpharetta this year. What are some things you are hoping to accomplish while over there? And how's it been being over in Georgia and all that?
You know, Georgia's been really dope. I love it out here. It's like, it's hot pretty much every day. It's crazy. I love it. And it's like really green. There's trees everywhere. There's a lot of bugs out here, but there's like, it's cool. I'm not really tripping. Like, it's dope. See nature and all that. And then pretty much just like the people out here are like really nice. Like the Alpharetta community, they're like really accepting. Like, it's crazy. So, and then I've been loving it. And then my accomplishment, or like what I want from the season is definitely to like win state. Like I feel like we're expected to at least get there. So I want to win it, but I think we're expected to get there. Like we got Ethan Barbour, like we got the #1 tight end in the state or in the country in the class of 2025. So we'll be good.
All right, okay. Your mind's on winning. I love it. I definitely love it, and to do that in Georgia would obviously be huge. All right, then. Well, let's keep this thing going, man, and let's talk a little bit about the media here. So, obviously, we've known each other for a bit. We've spotlighted your game. We've done film breakdowns. I think there was a point in your 8th grade year, I pretty much covered every single one of your games. And so for the fans out there, if you want to check those episodes, you can. I don't have the specific numbers, but it's definitely out there. And so there's been a lot of a spotlight on your game since you were in middle school pretty early on. How has that affected your game or social life? And really, how's that been like? Or what's that been like?
It's been cool. I mean, I never really thought about it. Like I always thought it was dope. Like I appreciated you guys coming out and doing that for me. I always thought it was dope. And yeah, just trying to show love to y'all. But it's been cool. I feel like it's never really affected me. It's always just been I feel like it's been reassurance, oh, okay, you're nice. So that's what it's been like for me.
Hey, I like it, man. I like it. Just keeping your head focused on the games and whatnot. That's dope. I respect it for sure, and I think other people definitely respect it as well. Well, with that being said, though, let's talk about media just a little bit longer here. But how has social media, in your opinion, helped out your recruitment? And do you think your recruitment would be the same without social media? Just being honest,
Yeah, no, I feel like social media has definitely been a big help for me. Especially being from Colorado, coaches don't come down here to look. I feel like CU don't even come down to Colorado and look. You gotta really be making noise. With no social media, I feel like that's impossible. So I think social media has definitely been a big help. And to anybody that wants to get looks, you definitely need to have a good social media. Make sure your platform's good and clean. Make sure you ain't got no crazy stuff on it. So I feel like that's definitely been a big help for me.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can't be having mini John Morants out here, doing their thing before they make it. So even then, you just can't be doing that. But I got you. No, for sure. Well, let's talk about your recruitment then, since we already touched on it a little bit. How has it been getting all this attention early on from colleges? What's it like? And do you want to go ahead and tell the listeners what offers you have as of now? I know it's changing every day, but as of now, what are those offers looking like, and how has that early attention been?
I got Penn State, CU, Pitt, Virginia Tech so far. I just got Virginia Tech last week and Pitt the week before that. So it's been cool. And, got some more schools calling and, trying to make some things happen. But it's been pretty cool. It's just a blessing, I'm really appreciative. I feel like out here, though, it's regular. I feel like in Colorado it was a big deal, but out here it's oh, okay, you got O's, that's cool. That's regular. And I like it. I like it like that. In school, nobody even brings it up. It's a regular thing. It's cool. My coach, he'll be hey,
yeah.
But everybody's you better have offers. It's cool. Yeah.
No, I got you, man. I got you. Well, I'm from Texas, and I told you it'd be like that out there, and that's good, just keeping it on the low. Or it's a big accomplishment to be getting those scholarships, but, not thinking about them too much, keeping it on the low for now, focusing on the next season. That's always a good mindset to have. So, no, that's definitely good to hear. So just looking forward into the future just a little bit here, what are some things you're looking for in a potential college program? And what sort of things would make a program the best for you? Like I said, I know it's really far from now, but, just looking into the future a little bit, what are some of those things?
I mean, I don't really know. I just know I need a coach that's really just hard on me. That's just hey, I need it this, and this, and you better get it done. I feel like those type of coaches, coaches that give me too much all right, you can do what you do. like I feel like that doesn't really fit me, like most definitely. Like no hate on Thunder is, I really appreciate Thunder as they helped me get here today. But I feel like Coach Neese, it was just I had too much like I could just do whatever. So, but it was cool. But I feel like here at Alpharetta, Coach Kirvin, hey, that man is on me every day. Every day. Can't be late to nothing. I gotta be at every film session, everything on time, early. Like, it's crazy. And I like it like that. I feel like it keeps me grounded, it keeps me focused. So I think I'm gonna definitely need that from the college. And some of the colleges I'm talking to, they most definitely got that. So
I got you. So what you're saying is that you need just very clear boundaries and structure, right? Dude that knows what he wants, basically.
yeah.
All right, okay. Hey, man, you know the first thing I thought about was Nick Saban and Bama, so there you go. But all right, well, hey, we'll see what'll happen then. Well, there you go. There, just a little bit of a look into what's going on with you and whatnot. Well, let's go ahead and kind of begin to wrap this thing up just a bit here. But what's some advice that you give younger athletes trying to make it and be successful? I know there is a good number of athletes that look up to you, respect your game and whatnot, want to put in as much work as you. But what is something you would tell all those younger athletes out there that are looking to get to where you're at? And it's crazy to say that because you're just a freshman right now, but if you have anything, go for it.
I would really say just keep working, make sure that that social media platform is right, send as many emails and Twitter, follow coaches on Twitter, send them a text, send them your highlight reel, all that, and that's really it.
Yes, sir. Let the game speak for itself. I got you. All right, man. Well, last question here. Is there anybody you'd like to shout out or thank you for helping you out so far? This could be academically, athletically, but just anybody you really want to shout out here. I know you have shouted out a couple names, but take as long as you want. This is your opportunity to show some love here.
All right. Well, obviously, I'll shout out my dad, for making this all possible. I wouldn't even be in Georgia without him. I wouldn't be playing football without him. I most definitely appreciate him. He's took me a long way, spent a lot of money to get me here today. He pretty much runs all my social media stuff too, so props to him for making that right, because colleges and people seem to love you, so it's cool. And then I'll shout out my mom for helping bringing me on this earth, been here, supporting me this whole time. And yeah. And then I feel like a player I'm gonna shout out two players. I'm gonna shout out Ryken Banks. I'm gonna need him. We need to y'all go follow him. That man is on the come up. I feel like he's about to be the next player from Colorado with offers. He's probably one of the best athletes in Colorado. Most definitely. Playing with him. I remember playing with him and literally we played for the Parker Hawks together. Crazy. He's at Legend right now. Ryken is amazing. He's on the come up, most definitely. And then I'll say my second shout out would be Xavier Nito. I'm gonna say his full name, Xavier Dakuna Nato. Nobody knows his last name, so I'm gonna say his full name. And yeah, so shout out to him. Just keep working. He's gonna be at Grandview, and quarterbacks. If you ain't got nowhere to go to Grandview, because Liam about to be gone, and Zay's still going to be there. So if you want a nice receiver, Zay's going to be the next one. I feel like Zay's going to be the next ish. So it'd be cool.
Ooh, okay. All right, man. I like it. Ironically enough, just talked to Ryken's trainer the other day, and you're right, he is going to be the next one up. But hey, I love the shout outs, man. Hey, go follow those guys. There's some studs out here in Colorado. You already know. But DJ, appreciate you coming on the podcast, man. Hey, good luck this next season. You already know we'll be showing you a lot of love, following you, whatever, man. And yeah, anything we could do to help per usual, but we got you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate you.
And that'll wrap up this interview. Thank you so much for rocking with us. Go ahead and show some love on social media at Playmakers Corner. Follow us, all that great stuff. We'll be posting clips of these interviews and the other interviews we have done. We got some big ones coming up here, specifically with a lot of our top 5 athletes. So that should definitely be big time. But until then, we will catch you later.